Alright, here we have a comparison between two early 2000s box fans. You got the Lakewood 200i on the left here, and the Galaxy 4733 on the right. Both of these are pretty early versions of these fans. So yeah, they both use smaller motors. But honestly, these are probably the better ones to find with the smaller motors. And we'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, I figured I'd do a comparison between the two because why not? I don't think I've really made a comparison between these two fans, so here we go. Let's start with the Lakewood. This is from 1999. I believe they changed the handle around this point to this style handle. And they put the logo on the front grille. So, yeah, that's about all they really changed. The frame's still the same as like the old 90s ones. And it actually still has the stand holes on it, as you can see. It's your typical Lakewood 200i frame. I got this fan from the Fan Mower Man. He said that they were using it when they were helping some lady move, and that they literally pulled it out of the box and started using it. So this fan didn't have much hours on it when I first got it. I mean, I've used it a lot since then. But, yeah, fan's in really nice shape for one of these. There's no rust at all in it. It's got the little tuna can Lakewood motor, which, honestly, in my opinion anyway, these weren't really that bad of motors. Now, as time went on, Lakewood started to cheap out on a lot of stuff, like, of course they did, because they were kind of forced to do it pretty much. But anyway, these earlier ones with the early version of the motor isn't that bad. Is it as powerful as a vintage fan? I wouldn't go that far. But it's not bad for what it is. And it does move decent air. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. So, yeah. And, yeah, there's a sticker up here. As I was telling Jordan Yu, I believe the fan that he had recently got, which was a Lakewood 224, had a motor for one of these in it. Because in his video, he was looking for the model number, and it said model 200i on the motor, but on the bottom it said model 224. In that case, it's a 224, not a 200i. Obviously, Lakewood had a factory flub up, and they put a 200i motor in a 224 fan, which was really strange. So that's kind of a factory error, I guess, with that fan, not this fan. But yeah, that's the model. This is the model 200. I don't know what the AT stands for, but basically that's my initials backwards. Anyway, there was a model, or not a model, a date sticker on there. 5th month of 1999. But yeah, there's the Lakewood. And as for the Galaxy, this is one of the earlier versions of the Galaxy 4733. These came out around 2000, 2001. And they had the little, always liked this knob. The like dome style knob. I don't know why, I just always like that knob. Still same handle as the 90s ones. pretty much the same pedal blade as the 90s ones, just with a smaller shaft. It's got pretty good pitch to it. Actually, both of these fans do for what they are. And it's a Galaxy. But yeah, freaking focus. Now, this is an earlier example of one of these, so it has the older style motor and the older style grill. Personally, I prefer the older style of these because they seem to move more air. But yeah, this is technically the recalled model that everybody had an uproar over. But, yeah, basically the whole recall on these fans was, I remember reading up on it back when I was in high school, because I was doing a lot of research on fan stuff at that point. And the recall was because people were using these in barns to cool off horse stalls and whatnot. And then the fans would get really clogged up with dirt. And the freaking motor would overheat and catch on fire, burn down your barn, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure it happened with houses too, because, I mean, if you don't let ventilation for the motor, it's going to overheat eventually. These fans just, I don't know why, but they just freaking set ablaze for whatever reason. But anyway, I've ran this fan for 2 days straight with no freaking problem, so I'm not really scared to use it. Granted, I did change out the plug, because originally the original plug was kind of messed up. So I just threw a fused plug on there, because why not? There was like an adapter made for these early ones, where it was like a really short extension cord with a blue fused plug on it. And basically what you would do is you'd plug the fan into the fused plug thing, and yeah, that would be your fused plug. But I've only seen one of those in person, and that was on a fan that I had a long time ago that I got from a flea market, which was one of those Lakewood Ultra fans with the same motor that this thing has. But I got rid of that. I think I traded it to my high school, and I got a Lakewood or something out of it. But anyway, enough babbling. Here's low. Now, low speed's actually pretty nice on both of these fans. The Lakewood's a bit more quiet, though. And I think the Galaxy's moving more air. I'm feeling more air off of this one than I am this one. Anyway, go up to medium. On medium, they're both moving about the same amount of air. I think the Galaxy's moving more, but the Lakewood's moving some air too. I'm not sure, but I think the Lakewood is going a little slower than the Galaxy. And it's already tipped over backwards. Let me move this back here in case it does decide to flip. Here's high. Now on high, that one's moving a lot more air than this one. mean, that's moving some air too. That's moving more. And we'll shut them down. Overall, I'd say Galaxy is probably the winner here. Actually been using that Galaxy quite a bit here lately. But yeah, there you go. A comparison between a Lakewood and a Galaxy from the early 2000s. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.